The modern Pentecostal movement is widely recognized as having begun 117 years ago this week in this Topeka building. This is Tim Rencher, the history guy for CJ Online, talking about a movement that has grown to include hundreds of millions of people. Full Gospel Movement Christians, also known as Pentecostals or Charismatic Christians, believe in two forms of baptism, one with water and the other with the Holy Spirit. Charismatics and Pentecostals believe baptism in the Spirit can bring gifts that can include spiritual healing and speaking in tongues. Many consider the father of the movement to be Methodist minister Charles Fox Parham, shown here. Parham operated Bethel Healing Home from 1898 to 1900 in this two-story building which still stands at 335 Southwest Jackson in Topeka. In 1900, Parham rented this mansion known as Stone's Folly near Southwest 17th and Stone, making it the site of a Bible college where he and his students set out to discover why the early church enjoyed a power they didn't see in their own congregations. They asked God to baptize them in the Holy Spirit and enable them to speak in tongues, as Jesus' disciples did on Pentecost. At the midnight hour on January 1st, 1901, Parham laid his hands on one of his students, Agnes Osman, who reportedly became baptized in the Spirit and began speaking in Chinese. 12 other ministers at the school from different denominations were reported to have subsequently become filled with the Spirit and also spoken in tongues. The Topeka Daily Capital took a skeptical view of what happened, quoting a witness as saying the 12 were all jabbering a strange gibberish at once. Still, history had been made. The Assemblies of God, now the world's largest Pentecostal denomination, was subsequently founded after a meeting between people from the Topeka Revival and others who'd been baptized in the Spirit during the 1906 Azusa Street Revival in Los Angeles. By that time, Stone's Folly was long gone. Parham's lease on the mansion was not renewed in 1901, and the man who took possession of it next converted it into a roadhouse. The building was then consumed by a fire that started in woodwork adjoining a defective flue on December 6, 1901. This is Tim Rencher, the history guy for CJ Online.